It don't say it. It don't happen. In fact, it don't fagger. The battle between the zoo, the kidnappers, the northern oligarchy, the France and UK is what is destroying the zoo. You can quote me wrong, but when I go deep into the message I have for you, then you will understand the rise of Biafra to the top. Because as I'm talking to you now, very soon you will hear no more about Nigeria. The only thing you will hear in this Nigeria, and it's being recognized worldwide, will be the Biafra nation, which is United States of Biafra. Remember, we have United States of America, which is USA. We are coming to have another United States of Biafra, which is USB. Hear the headline while we continue with the other merriments. The deepening crisis between Yoruba pro-France and Northern pro-UK. The North, UK made them to hold power for as long as they want. Now, Tubu have turned his attention to France. And I still remember, during the time of all these our past leaders, the Northerners, wherever they are going their holidays or anything, even when they are sick, even when they have headache, even when they want to go to wash their handkerchief or charge their phone, they are going to UK. Now, our Ebola Agbado entered and said that narrative have to change. That not everything UK, not everything UK. Say UK don't chop Nigerian money too much. Say making carry and go give France a little. Because France na him be the Odogu, na him help them read election, if you know what I mean. But whichever way it is, I beg you, just hold on your breath, okay? We are going to read everything. It is in writing. It is in writing. We are going to read it out for you people to understand what is happening. How they have joined hands together, UK and France, including US, to give Biafrans a thumb up. To you now, you may see it as, they want to do that. My dear, everything they are doing is what is crumbling that zoo, and that is what is making the Biafran movement and agitation is springing up to the extent that a lot of world powers secretly have recognized the United States of Biafra, USB. You can quote me wrong, but time shall come when you will understand that this Okute here have some gift to see some certain things. Maybe not all, but I can see some certain things. And I can notice and sense some things. So please let us go straight to the reason why we are here this morning. Help me like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing to my channel because more of these videos is coming your way. My name still remains Amanda. Remember, the voting is still on. The Biafran self-referendum voting 2024 is still on. Watch any of my videos starting from February 1st. All have the link to vote. So go in, tap the link, do what? Fill in your information with your passport photograph, and bam, you are good to go. Let us go straight to the reason why President Tubu, why being pressured by France during the Niger saga, boycotted UK and their northern caliphate at the behest of the French. Fulani's outcry over ECOWAS invading their brothers in Niger led to the North suspicion on Tubu and his new France romance. Yes, now Tubu there for France is the dance booga. Even the France where he goes, the government of France see him coming there as illegal because nobody welcome to him, neither do they recognize him. So he is on his own. France using Tubu and ECOWAS to replenish its depleted influence in West Africa while trampling on UK and US stakes in the region, precisely in Nigeria. The West Police in West Africa and the head of ECOWAS further infuriated a louder suspicion on both France and their newly found puppet and agent in the person of Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu Adekunle, Mr. or Mrs. I don't know, and his Yoruba kinsmen, who are all occupying strategic positions in his government, alienating even the northern cabals who played essential roles in his accession to the siege of power. All of them have been left behind, according to Asari Dokubo said, you have been left behind. The US and the UK, after also having helped in the installation of Tubu as president, primarily by ensuring his Chicago certificate saga and the impending FBI's investigations never saw the light of the day. He has disappointed all of them, and that is why I'm very, very happy whatever that is happening in the zoo. But the Biafra will move. Felt betrayed by his recent ignoring takes towards the France. Now, Tubu, in his bid to weaken the influence of Fulani Sokoto's caliphate in North, decided to deploy the divide and rule tactics by emboldening other ethnicities in the North, especially the Kanuris in Brunei against the Fulani hegemony in the northern Nigeria. This invariably vexed the northern cabals the more and solidified their suspicion about unclear plan by the Tubu's administration to betray them. Hence, the northern cabal hastened to strengthen cooperation with the United Kingdom to teach Tubu a bitter lesson. The Fulanis might and unleashed have various ultranationalist militia under its control to ensure Nigeria is made ungovernable for Tubu, and then to accuse him of being incapable and liable to be impeached constitutionally or otherwise. This explains the rising insecurity killings in the North Central region, Middle Belt, and now the Southwest. The Fulani-ridden Nigeria army leadership, disgruntled at the level of sabotage from Yoruba-led Tubu's government, thus collided with the Sokoto Caliphate to intentionally turn a blind eye to the Fulani rampage going on in Christian communities in the North, precisely Plateau State, Benue, and southern Kaduna. On the wake of this incident, massacres of Christians, have Tubu made any comments on it? The answer is no. Why? He knew those responsible and why the killings were being carried out. And he also understands he is not in control of the machinery to bring about drastic improvements on the security sphere in Nigeria. Now, to send back a profound warning message to Fulani cabals following their plan to pursuing their ultranationalist goals in the north down towards the south, the Yorubas and the French amid the growing disdain in two conflicting camps, and as a justification for the underway plan to relocate key federal institutions such as the Central Bank of Nigeria, FAAN, etc. from Abuja to Lagos, have unleashed terror attacks using ISIS, ISWAP, herdsmen, and Boko Haram to render Abuja desolate as a symbol of national authority and sovereignty, and to potentially make a case for the relocation of the capital to Lagos as well, citing security concerns. All these are mind games Tubu is playing with the North, and the poor are the receiving end. Consequently, the Northern Cabals, Northern Elders Forum, FUNAM Movement, Miyetti Allah, Northern Youth, and all pro-Fulani organizations rose up in unison over their perceived betrayal and sabotage from Tubu. The stroke that apparently broke the camel's back is his relocation policy. It was unbearable for them. It appears power is slipping off their hands in broad daylight without them being able to stop it. Recall that it took them years of political and diplomatic efforts to bring up Nigerian capital from Northern Barracks, Lagos, to where it is presently located today as Aso Rock, Abuja. Trials of threats from known and unknown pro-Fulani groups continues to mount. The Miyetti Allah Katore, Kato, imminently and recently recalled our Fulani foot soldiers, killer herdsmen for a massive redeployment and imminent jihad. Fulani state governors of the north agreed to rebrand these exclusively assembled terror combatants under a new banner of state-sponsored and regional vigilante group with the aim of ending banditry in the country. Although the public would agree less with the idea, given the fact that it is the same Fulanis are the direct orchestras of banditry in Nigeria. Yet, nothing is being done to them. In fact, they are being forgotten. They are being forgiven. In order to legitimize our plot and avoid excessive eyebrows being raised, The northern senators and reps, especially of Fulani extraction, were incentivized to lobby for the passing of Fulani vigilante group into law in the various parliaments. They argued that since the day Fulani's measures in cattle hearing, it will be effective if the Fulani's man the Nigerian paramilitary security wing charged with ending and combating the farmer-herder clash. Seeing the looming danger ahead, certain middle belt nationalities have been endorsed to rise up against this threat, apparently by the deaths and destruction over time perpetrated by the Fulanis, and also the sensitization of the Biafra or IPOB movement about the Fulanization agenda in full swing all over Nigeria. Furthermore, President Tubu also succeeded in getting a Miyetti Allah group leader and had refused to reconsider his national reforms and relocation policy even under heavy political belligerence and diplomatic pressure from the north. The Fulani's furious response over the arrest and detention of the group's leader, considering it an act of defilement by the infidel government against the reputation of the Fulani Sokoto Caliphate as well as interests, have recently intensified their terror attacks through their foot soldiers against Yoruba indigents in West Nigeria. This explains the assassination of two Yoruba traditional rulers in Ekiti State and the kidnap of school children recently by Fulani herdsmen, amongst other Fulani terror campaigns against Yoruba indigents that go bizarre unreported by the Nigerian conventional media, which is dominated by the so-called Yoruba people. The Fulanis have in past bragged of encircling Yoruba land. It appears that they are demonstrating their capabilities to the Yorubas, and given that the Nigerian security architecture has been deeply polarized by foot soldiers of the Fulanis, the Yoruba governors reportedly asked Tubu to revamp the Amotoku vigilante group to combat the impending onslaught of the Fulanis against them. And they hear them, no do anything, no, we are the consequences. In diocese indicate that Fulani will likely sustain their attacks on Yoruba soil and could possibly extend their terror campaign to Lagos to try to frustrate the plans of rendering Abuja politically irrelevant by the Yorubas, backed by the French. Down towards the east, the Fulanis understand the essential obstacle facing them. They know their jihad has bounds and limits. The Eastern Security Network, created and commanded by IPOB movement and its leader, is that stumbling rock waiting for them. They knew that the ESN are more determined and cannot be distracted from securing of the southeast, unlike the regional government, state government founded Amotoku of Yoruba land, which after its creations were rendered a paper tiger over political bargains. This is the embodying drive of the Fulanis over the impunity and inroad deep into Yoruba territories and forests, and it is likely to continue. However, while we analyze these events about current affairs in Nigeria and its trajectory, it is imperative to watch out for potential spoilers and surprises from unseen factors that could change the texture of this whole fiasco. It is surely in the strategic interests of the East that the current happenings are perpetuated, as that would invariably decongest the hatred and vindictiveness being harbored against the Igbos by both the north and the west of Nigeria, as well as their prospective imperial backers from the Western government. Meanwhile, while we do all this, there is urgent need to support our ESN, just like Yoruba governors are soliciting for arms for their Amotoku Biafrans. This is the time to jettison every differences and then collectively stand in support of the Eastern Security Network through the IPOB provided medium, so as to enable them defensively ward off every attack that might come against our people and region in the near distant future. The battle line has been long drawn, and all religions are effectively on their own now. Let's be prepared, because the people who are fighting with us are not sleeping. Analysis by Ogwike Kelechi Chukwueze, edited by Enenyanwite Yabonyoki Chukwu for the Family Writers Press International. I don't hear them, and here we will take a break and I will hear my voice again when I come back. Like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing to this channel for more and more interesting videos coming your way. Have a nice day. Kemesiano.